A very warm welcome to our end of week news bulletin. I am Sergeant Doreen Kerubo. The KDF Weekly Bulletin is a show to keep you updated on events undertaken by the Ministry of Defense over the week. In today's bulletin, the Ministry of Defense excels at the Nairobi International Trade Fair 2023. Kenya and the United States sign a defense cooperation framework. Kenya Army Commander attends the Indo-Pacific Army Chiefs Conference in India. Commander Kenya Navy participates in the International Sea Power Symposium. And the Kenya Defense Forces winds up tradesmen and women recruitment exercise at Embakasi Garrison in Nairobi. His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto officially opened the Nairobi International Trade Fair 2023 at the Jamhuri Park Showground in Nairobi. This year's trade fair themed Promoting Climate-Smart Agriculture and Trade Initiative for Sustainable Economic Growth attracted more than 400 exhibitors drawn from different sectors, mainly agriculture, government institution, private sector, small and medium enterprises, banking and education. In his opening remarks, the President underscored the importance of investing in agriculture, saying it was capable of demonstrating its power as an engine of Kenya's economy and its potential to propel the country to greater heights of growth and development.
The conjunction of agriculture and trade is just one and certainly not the only example of the manner in which agricultural transformation and performance directly affects the performance of other sectors and is also affected by the activities in other spheres of economic pursuit.
The Ministry of Defense excelled yet again this year, scooping first position in 4 categories, namely the stand that best interprets current law, the best medium trade stand, the best local manufacturer stand, and the best innovation and invention stand. The Ministry of Defense also emerged second in 5 other categories. The trade fair, which kicked off on the 25th of September, is expected to come to an end on Sunday, 1st of October 2023, and members of the public are encouraged to visit the KDF stand at the showground.
Honorable Aden Duale, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, and the United States Secretary for Defense, Mr. Lloyd Austin, signed a joint defense cooperation framework to enable the two countries to enhance interoperability. The framework shall be effective between 2023 and 2028. The signing of the defense cooperation framework took place at the defense headquarters here in Nairobi, and later on the two leaders addressed the media. Take a look.
In his address during the signing of the Defense Cooperation Framework, Honorable Duale maintained that Kenya continues to be a strong contributor to international peacekeeping efforts. He thanked the U.S. government for their continued support in the peacekeeping ventures in the region, the Horn of Africa, the Great Lakes region, and the various parts of the world.
Kenya has long been a contributor to international peacekeeping efforts, and we are proud to continue that tradition. The framework ensures that we receive the support and resources necessary for our operational deployment. In this respect, we remain committed to contributing to global peace and security. More importantly, our discussions opened avenues for exploring and expanding cooperation in the field of defense technology and innovation. We believe this framework will not only enhance our defense capabilities, but also contribute to our economic growth through joint ventures and technology sharing.
Now, the U.S. government deeply values our partnership with Kenya in countering al-Shabaab. We're grateful to Kenya for its leadership in tackling security challenges in the region and around the world.
Later on, Honorable Aden Duale and Mr. Lloyd Austin visited Kenya Navy Base Manda in Lamu as a furtherance of the Defense Cooperation Framework signed to enable the two countries to work together in the field of defense technology and innovation.
The CS applauded the troops from both countries for their synergy in the joint pursuit of peace and stability in the region and beyond. On his part, the U.S. Defense Secretary, Mr. Lloyd Austin, acknowledged Kenya as a strategic partner over the years, saying that Kenya's efforts to fight the Al-Shabaab militia brought tremendous results in suppressing the terror group.
So, again, thanks to their leadership for what they continue to do each and every day to make this possible. And thanks to all of you for setting such a great example for all of us.
He added that the US values Kenya's commitment to fighting Al-Shabaab and offering leadership and support in tackling the security challenges in the region and around the world.
Lieutenant General Peter Njiru, Commander Kenya Army, was among the 30 Army Chiefs delegation in India's Indo-Pacific Army Chiefs Conference. The conference, themed Together for Peace, Sustaining Peace and Stability in the Indo-Pacific region, focuses on boosting military diplomacy and collaboration as well as promoting peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. The conference provides an opportunity for the delegates to have a candid conversation on military cooperation and share best practices to enhance their interoperability and refine response mechanism against environmental emergencies in the Indo-Pacific region. In other news, Major General Jimson Mutai, Commander Kenya Navy, attended the 25th International Sea Power Symposium at the Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island in the United States. The International Sea Power Symposium that took place between the 19th to the 22nd September 2023 provided a forum for international naval leaders to discuss maritime challenges and explore opportunities to strengthen maritime security cooperation and partnership. The forum's deliberation provided opportunities for the future voluntary regional and international collaboration in pursuing solutions to challenges facing the global network of maritime nations.
The Commander Kenya Navy held a one-on-one bilateral talk with Admiral Stuart Munch, Commander of the United States Naval Forces Europe and Africa, on enhancing the existing cooperation between the two navies and the need to expedite the combined maritime forces membership in order to expand the scope for information sharing. The commander also held bilateral talks with the Chief of Indian Naval Staff Admiral Hari Kumar on continued partnership and cooperation in combating maritime security threats within the Western Indian Ocean. Later, Commander Kenya Navy hosted his counterpart, Vice Admiral Monte Lobese, Chief of the South Africa Navy, for a candid discussion on revitalizing and enhancing collaboration between the two navies in areas of training and mutual interest.
Captain Yannick Bossu of the French Navy paid a courtesy call to Major General Fred Leuria, the Assistant Chief of Defense Forces in charge of operations, plans, doctrine and training at the Defense Headquarters here in Nairobi. This followed his assumption of duty as the commander of the Combined Task Force 150, which is a multinational maritime force with stakeholders from across 34 countries with its headquarters in Bahrain. The meeting focused on ways to further enhance the multifaceted defense cooperation, particularly the security and stabilization of the Horn of Africa's region maritime environment. They discussed the sustained joint security cooperation and efforts in combating international terrorist use of the Indian maritime as an avenue for attacks and hazardous weapons and personnel conduit.
Later on, Captain Yannick Bossu paid a courtesy visit to the Deputy Commander Kenya Navy, Brigadier Yaya Abdi, at the Kenya Navy headquarters. They discussed possible areas of collaboration between Kenya Navy and Combined Task Force members aimed at enhancing maritime security within the Indian Ocean.
The Kenya Defense Forces marked the end of this year's tradesmen and women recruitment at Embakasi Garrison here in Nairobi. The week-long exercise saw shortlisted candidates go through the requisite Kenya Defense Forces selection process, after which the successful recruits will go on to report to the Recruits Training School in Eldoret for further processing and commencement of training. The Chief Recruiting Officer, Brigadier Matthew Lenamunai, congratulated qualified candidates for successfully undergoing through the selection stages and attaining the official calling letters. He also encouraged those who did not go through not to despair, as opportunities abound and will continue to present themselves in the coming recruitment drives.
I would like to thank the Kenyan youth for turning up in large numbers. We were able to pick the best from that group, and for those candidates who have not been able to be successful, we wish them well and give them hope that there will be a next time. And for those candidates who have succeeded during the exercise, we would like them to serve this country diligently in the Kenyan Defense Forces.
The Chief Recruiting Officer's sentiments were echoed by the Senior Medical Officer, Colonel Gabriel Tembelio, whose role was to oversee the medical part of the exercise. As a Senior Medical Officer, Colonel Tembelio highlighted the importance of self-care in ensuring one's good health, a paramount aspect in passing the set Kenya Defense Forces medical requirements. He further elaborated on the necessity of the mandatory Kenya Defence Forces medical tests, noting of its importance in ensuring only fit candidates can proceed onto the basic training.
Kenya Military Academy cadets, led by Colonel Joseph Nzioka, the school commandant officer cadet, conducted community service at Upendo Children's Home in Nakuru. The exercise was geared towards developing character amongst the cadets by having them partake in voluntary assistance. These helped nurture their sense of social responsibility and served as a way of fostering good relations between the military and the locals. The commandant officer cadet school implored the children to focus on their studies, noting it is important in paving the way towards a brighter future filled with opportunities for self-growth. Thank you for watching. We look forward to your feedback via our official social media handles and your viewership next Friday for the KDF Weekly Bulletin. I am Sergeant Doreen Kerubo. Goodbye.